Is there a lot more to come from Brazil? And we're going to see it against
I don't know if
Mexico.
there's a lot more, but there's certainly more. There's certainly more to come from them. But yeah, you'd fancy them to beat Mexico. I don't see how Mexico are going to be strong enough. And we're still waiting really for, and Marcus touched on it, is Neymar. I mean,
yeah,
still a few flicks and tricks, but not the same end product as, say, Philip Coutinho, who in all 3 games has looked like the guy who's going to pick the lock.
Yeah, a few flashes today from Brazil, Ali. A few flashes, but when's that going to be a consistent 90 minutes?
Well, I think the concern for Brazil is, okay, so down the right-hand side, Fagner is not the same sort of player that Dani Alves is, and so he doesn't quite give you that outlet in the attack. Down the left-hand side now, Marcelo gets injured, and Felipe Luis is a good player, but he doesn't quite give you the same presence in the attack that Marcelo does, and so they start becoming somewhat, and I repeat that, somewhat limited because they don't have those options. However, if Neymar just gets on with playing the game and making the right choices, if he is to make the right choices in the final third, that makes him a better player and Brazil a better team. The more that he starts dribbling, if I'm playing with Neymar, I get frustrated because I just ran 60 yards to get myself in a good position and you dribble, and then we lose it and now I have to get back because guess what? You're not going back for me.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go there and then come back and try to cover. For me, Brazil is still a whole lot better than what they have shown. And yet, they're winning games. And I think in the end, that's the key.
Well, but then what happens, though, is the players don't make those runs.
Yeah.
They stand around and watch once Neymar gets the ball because they're like, well, I'm not running because I'm not going to get the ball. He's just going to dribble up a black hole.
From what you've seen, is there any way for Mexico to get past Brazil?
Of course there's a way, but same as Germany today, and the same as Argentina yesterday. We all expect the big boys to come good, to kind of feel their way through some games and then really start to figure it out. And I feel the same about Brazil.
When you look at the individuals in both teams, Chicharito Hernandez up front, Carlos Vela, should they worry the Brazilian back four? Not really. Not really. What we've seen, not really. And then you look at on the other side, you've got Willian playing well, you've got Coutinho. I think Neymar's been very disappointing. Even Gabriel Jesus up front hasn't been hitting the heights that we expect from her as a Brazilian centre-forward. So they can certainly get better. And if they do, they should beat Mexico. They should beat Mexico.
Kind of, if Brazil do go on to win the World Cup, and it's still a big if, even though they're probably the favourites at the moment, is I hope somebody else carries the can for them rather than Neymar. I'm kind of sick of this all about me tricks. Let's look at the hard facts.
It's getting worse, isn't it?
Let's look at the hard... Oh, it is getting worse. It's a pantomime. Let's look at the hard facts here. Game 1 against the dogged Switzerland. Wonderful Coutinho strike. Absolutely brilliant. Ultimately gets him a point. Game 2, Costa Rica. 90 minutes. Who gets the first goal to break the deadlock? Philip Coutinho. Big game against Serbia. You could go out the competition today. Who picks the lock? Who breaks the deadlock? Coutinho with a great pass for a fantastic run. It's not about Neymar at the moment. I mean, we might talk about him and we might say, well, he's not doing this and he's not doing that. But there are other facets to this Brazilian team, particularly the little fella
He's the better player, isn't he? He's the most important player in the team. I know you've got Thiago Silva at the back who's defensively strong and, you know, is a leader in himself. But Coutinho's the one who makes things happen. Yes, they've got Paulinho and Casemiro sitting and defending, but if they're going to be creative, if they're going to break anybody down, as Craig said, it's all about Coutinho at the minute. He's the star man, but he's a quiet, unassuming person. He hasn't got this baggage and entourage and nonsense with him that is forever trying to make his name bigger than it is.